All right, joining me now with reaction, conservative author, filmmaker Dinesh D'Souza and David Burstein, CEO and founder of Run for America. Dinesh, as we discussed with you last week, you expect this on a college campus, but for the head of CNN to be pushing for more restrictions on speech, not fewer, reveals kind of the game here, doesn't it?
It's hard for me to see whether there is just a complete lack of self-consciousness here, that CNN has no comprehension of the fact that they are dug in on one side of the political debate, and that makes it impossible for them to be a forum of debate. They're ultimately like a battering ram against Trump. If they have a panel, every panelist is echoing the same side. If they ever have a conservative on, once in a while it's going to be a never-Trump conservative. And so this is not really what a network is about. A network is about having arguments, discussions, forums, so that we can consider the large issues of our day. We really haven't had a serious political debate on any subject, not immigration, not taxes, not the court, since Trump's election, and CNN is largely responsible for that.
But Dinesh, there's something else going on here. It's not just, she's the new thing. There'll be someone else who comes along and replaces her, sure enough. I mean, right now she's the it girl of the moment. But and I mean girl in the best of ways, by the way. Brian Stetler at CNN again kind of revealed unwittingly what's really going on. Let's watch.
Yeah, they have a news division. It's relatively small compared to the huge opinion division, which has all the highest rated shows. Both exist, but it's getting really uncomfortable for both to exist in that same body. So Tara, why would Democrats have even considered going on Fox in the first place?
Now, the DNC is actually in direct communication, picking staffers at CNN, vetoing staffers. And Fox is the problem, Dinesh?
I mean, obviously the point here is that the Fox opinion hosts wear the opinion badge very clearly on their sleeve. As a result, people can say, I agree or I disagree. The problem with CNN is that guys like Stetler and Jim Acosta pose as reporters. They pretend like they're after the truth, whereas in fact they're propagandists. So the problem is actually here with the truth in advertising. Now, turning to Ocasio-Cortez for a second, if I may, there was a grain of truth. There was a lot of truth, in fact, about what she said about the racism of FDR. And it's instructive in this respect to compare FDR with Reagan. Reagan didn't have a racist bone in his body. Reagan was all about patriotism and anti-communism and free markets and pro-life and privatization, whereas FDR had said publicly, I have no problems with the Ku Klux Klan. FDR was cutting deals with the racists in the Democratic Party. So Ocasio-Cortez was onto something. She just didn't carry it through. She was trying to demonize Reagan, whereas she was right about her own party.